The year was 2745, and humanity had long since transcended its planetary cradle. Earth was now a relic, a museum world where tourists from across the galaxy came to marvel at the birthplace of one of the most resilient species in existence. Humanity's expansion into the cosmos had been marked by ingenuity, determination, and an unyielding spirit that refused to bow to adversity. But it wasn't just their technological prowess or military might that set them apart. It was their principles. Captain Rhea Voss stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, a state-of-the-art starship tasked with patrolling the outer rim of human-controlled space. Her sharp green eyes scanned the holographic display hovering above the command console. The ship's AI, Aegis, chimed softly as it updated the tactical map. "Captain," Aegis said in its calm, synthetic voice, "we've detected an anomaly near Proxima Centauri Station. It appears to be a cloaked vessel emitting low-frequency pulses." Rhea frowned. Cloaked ships were rare these days thanks to advancements in detection technology. Whoever, or whatever, was out there didn't want to be found. "Bring us closer, Lieutenant Vega," she ordered, turning to her helmsman. "Let's see what they're up to." As the Odyssey approached the coordinates, the cloaked ship revealed itself, a sleek, angular craft unlike anything Rhea had seen before. Its surface shimmered like liquid metal, reflecting the light of nearby stars. Before anyone could react, a transmission crackled through the comm system. "This is Commander Zyrax of the Krylos Collective," a deep, gravelly voice announced. "You are trespassing in restricted territory. Stand down immediately." Rhea exchanged a glance with her first officer, Commander Elias Kane. The Krylos Collective? That name hadn't surfaced in decades. They were a coalition of rogue factions notorious for piracy and terrorism during the early days of interstellar exploration. Most assumed they'd disbanded after being driven to the edges of known space. "Commander Zyrax," Rhea replied coolly, "this sector falls under United Earth Alliance jurisdiction." "State your business here," a harsh laugh echoed through the speakers. "Your alliance means nothing to us, Captain. We have taken control of Proxima Centauri Station and its inhabitants. Surrender your ship, or we will destroy it along with everyone. Aboard." Elias leaned in, his expression grim. "We can't negotiate with terrorists, Captain. You know that." Rhea nodded. The UEAF's policy on dealing with hostile entities was clear. No negotiations, no compromises. Humanity had earned its reputation by standing firm against threats both alien and domestic. To show weakness now would invite chaos. "Prepare defensive maneuvers," she instructed. "Aegis, analyze their weapons systems. I want every advantage we can get." "Acknowledged," Aegis responded. "Their shielding is advanced but not impenetrable. Recommend targeting their power core to disable their cloak." Zyrax's voice returned, tinged with impatience. "Time is running out, humans. Do not test our resolve." Rhea ignored him, focusing instead on formulating a strategy. She knew the odds weren't in their favor. The Odyssey was outnumbered and potentially outgunned. But humanity's survival had always depended on more than brute force. It relied on creativity, adaptability, and sheer willpower. "Lieutenant Vega, plot an evasive course around their flank. Commander Kane, ready the EMP cannons. If we can disable their systems even temporarily, we might gain the upper hand." The crew sprang into action, each member performing their duties, with precision honed by years of training. As the Odyssey closed in on the enemy vessel, Rhea felt a familiar surge of adrenaline. This was what she lived for: the thrill of combat, the challenge of outsmarting an opponent, the responsibility of protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. Suddenly, the Krylos ship fired a barrage of plasma torpedoes. The Odyssey rocked violently as shields absorbed the impact. Alarms blared throughout the ship, but Rhea remained. "Calm! Return fire!" she commanded. "Target their engines!" Bright beams of energy lanced out from the Odyssey, striking the Krylos vessel with pinpoint accuracy. One of its thrusters exploded in a brilliant flash, sending the enemy ship spinning off course. Direct hit, Elias exclaimed. Their shield integrity is down to 40%. But the battle was far from over. Xerax's ship retaliated with renewed ferocity, launching a swarm of drones equipped with cutting-edge disruptor technology. The tiny machines swarmed the Odyssey, draining its power reserves and crippling key systems. Aegis, divert auxiliary power to life support and weapons, Rhea barked. We can't afford to lose either right now. Understood, the AI replied. Diverting power. Shields holding at 25%. Rhea clenched her fists as another wave of attacks battered the ship. They were losing ground fast. If something didn't change soon, the Odyssey would be overwhelmed. Then, inspiration struck. Lieutenant Vega, bring us within range of their hull, she ordered. We're going to board them. Elias stared at her incredulously. Are you sure about this, Captain? Their forces could outnumber ours 10-1. We don't have a choice, Rhea replied firmly. If we stay out here, we'll be sitting ducks. Inside their ship, we'll have the element of surprise and a chance to end this once and for all. Without hesitation, the crew prepared for boarding operations. Marines armed with pulse rifles and plasma grenades assembled in the hangar bay, while engineers worked tirelessly to repair critical systems. Meanwhile, Rhea suited up alongside her team, determined to lead from the front. As the Odyssey docked with the Krylos vessel, tension filled the air. No one knew what awaited them on the other side of the airlock. But one thing was certain. Failure was not an option. With a sharp nod, Rhea signaled for the door to open. The Marines stormed inside, weapons raised, ready to face whatever horrors lay ahead. What followed was a chaotic blur of gunfire, explosions, and desperate hand-to-hand combat. Despite being outnumbered, the humans fought with unmatched ferocity, driven by the knowledge that billions of lives depended on their success. In the heart of the enemy ship, Rhea confronted Commander Xerax himself, a towering figure clad in black armor adorned with jagged spikes, his glowing red eyes locked onto hers, radiating malice. You dare defy the Krylos Collective? He snarled, raising a massive plasma blade. You will regret this decision. Rhea drew her own weapon, a compact, yet deadly energy saber. Humans don't negotiate with terrorists, she said simply, and we never back down. The two clashed in a fierce duel, their blades colliding with deafening bursts of energy. Sparks flew as they traded blows, neither willing to yield. Finally, seizing an opening, Rhea disarmed Xerax with a swift kick and plunged her saber into his chest. As the commander fell, the Krylos ship began to self-destruct. Rhea and her team barely escaped in time, watching from the safety of the Odyssey as the enemy vessel erupted in a fiery explosion. Back on Proxima Centauri Station, the hostages cheered as news of the victory spread. Humanity's resolve had prevailed once again, proving that even in the vastness of space, some things remained constant. Captain Rhea Voss gazed out at the stars, knowing full well that new challenges awaited. But as long as humanity stood united, there was no obstacle they couldn't overcome, because in the end, humans didn't negotiate with terrorists. They defeated them.